Alright, just shooting a quick video, I guess, of some interior features or whatever. Alright, let's see here. Notable interior features. There's only like a door lock button. Let's see here. You get your child locks over here. Let's see here. Trunk and fuel buttons. These are everything's soft. Everything's kind of soft. Nothing really slams. See here. The seat adjustments are pretty cool. Let's see here. You have your headrests go up and down, which is cool, kind of Mercedes-like, but the seats are kind of dynamic. The same button with the headrest, which people don't show. See, you adjust it, you can move it forward and backwards, and this moves this forward and backwards. Most people don't show that. All right. What else? What else people don't show in the videos? You can see online. All right, open this. Okay, of course the headrest comes up. I think that's shown. The materials are pretty high quality. They're like the same as the front. Never opened this before. This is nice. It's made of metal, so it's not. It got metal surround, so it's not cheap. Okay. I guess this is fully spec'd. I'm not sure, but you got the wood trimmed handles, grab handles or whatnot, and those are soft too. See here. You get the massage seats, which just moves the bolster, the air bladder, and the bolsters or whatever. You get in the back, you get your heated and cooled seats just like you do in the front, which is pretty nice. Same AC controls as in the front pretty much. The roof lighting is interesting. This is right now it's at the door, and these go with the door, but this button cuts on this, and for the reading lamps, cut on that, and it dims slowly. Same thing. This right here is the backup. It's like the backup proximity sensor. Where it responds to the sensors, but it goes from, was it green, orange, and then red. You look at that, when you're reversing, and if it's red, you're about to hit something. Let's see here. What else is there? There's really not a lot to it. Let's see here. Here you have your cup holders for the rear. And you have your, I don't know what this is, but you have the medical kit. Put that back in there. And since, yeah, you get a bag for skis unless you want to do the refrigerator, which the refrigerator is like, I think it's like about $3 or $4 grand. So, I'm 6'2", and I'm sitting behind myself, and let's just put it this way. The leg room is like phenomenal. So, and the seat is not exactly pushed up granny style either. So, all right, see here. Let me get out. I'm gonna keep it to the interior real quick. Also, every window in the car is automatic, up and down. Let's see here. I think, let me turn the car on and burn some gas. Okay. You see the vents coming up because it's a little toasty outside. Let me cut it. Okay. Oh yeah, you gotta hit accept before you interact with the screen. I hate it, and you can't cut it off. Alright. Continue. Okay. And how you adjust the climate so it won't blow too much. Okay. All right, some more things. Let's see here. This is the brains of the car pretty much. So make sure that's functioning. Let's see here. Some really kick-ass interior features, I'd say have to be this. This is one of my favorite features. Where is that latch? It's around here somewhere. Yeah, this is my favorite feature right here. This is the fuse box. And this is the interior fuse box. And even that goes down softly. So that's pretty cool. See here. The sunroof. I like the sunroof. It's the typical VW dial, so nothing new there. You see that in your Jetta or whatever. But this is not. It's supposed to be one touch, but I think I reset it. I need to reset that because let me reset that because it's supposed to be one touch. So let me reset it. Hold it. Oh well, I guess it don't want to work for the video, so I'm not gonna try to fix it. But yeah, this is automatic, so you hit the button. Hit the button, and it goes back. Press the button again, it goes forward. Keep in mind you're supposed to hold it. I don't know what's going on with my memory settings. I'll look it up later. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of anything else really interesting that most people won't know about the car. Let's see here. Oh yeah, each window has a defogger. So this is the passenger side one, but this button right here, you press it and there's vents. There's vents that will actually, I forgot what the vents are, but they will defog your window. So, and the same thing is for the driver. The vent is up here. I think airflow is directed towards the window, if I'm guessing right. And what most people get wrong and say that this thing right here is a speaker. It's not a speaker. It's actually a big air vent. I think there is a speaker up here. I think there is one, but this is like a big air vent for the windshield. Like, you turn on the air, you actually feel air coming out of here. So it's an air vent, it's not a speaker. People get that wrong. Let's see here. It has, what is it? Your sunshade. What is it? Sunshade. Yeah, that's one touch. Thank goodness. All right, and then the gauges are out the pretty much a straight copy from Bentley. So, well, I'm gonna say Bentley copied from Volkswagen because Volkswagen owns the company. So, make sure. And oh, the vents closed. Yeah, I forgot. If you put on automatic, it's temperature regulated to see if the vents close. So there is I forgot where the temperature sensor, the inboard temperature sensor is in here, but there's a temperature sensor inside the car that detects the temperature, and rather than slam your face with air or something like that, it kind of just like makes a breeze. So, you know, it's a little bit more gentle and forgiving. Let me see here. I'm sorry, I'm not really good at this, but I just wanted to make this and try to at least help you out. What else is different? Let's see here. And here, once upon a time, there's supposed to be a phone, but it wouldn't work no more anyways. VW needs to make something to where you can use this cable right here and put Bluetooth to it. That would have been nice, but you know, it ain't happening. Oh yeah, there's a 12-volt outlet in here. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and then there's one up there. Oh yeah, if anybody got the little flashlight to go up in here, I would really want it. Thank you. Let's see here. I guess from my point of view, the interior is awesome. It's old school. It reminds you of what a luxury car is supposed to be. It's not trying to be sporty. It's high class. So pretty much I say it is what it is. It's a pretty good car. See here. I'm trying to think. What would somebody want to know? Let's see here. Well, like this radio came from like a 05 radio. This is not a 04 radio for sure. I think it's probably replaced. So it's a little different. The buttons are a little different, so, but it still functions just fine. Let's see here. See a trip data. You have your audio, which is attached to this joker right here. I got it from the previous owner, and I never got rid of it because I don't spend enough time in here. Profiles. You have different profiles for each key, which is interesting. Let's see here. And this is how you change the clock. So if you ever want to change the clock, it's in the infotainment system. And this right here, to service the wipers, I had to use it already. But to change the wipers, you press this and the wipers go up like this, and it literally takes not even 2 minutes to change your wipers. So yeah, so that's pretty nice. Let's see here. Surprisingly, the information tab is very accurate. And I mean deadly accurate. So for old technology, I give it a thumbs up. I think I might actually update the disc and see if it's still see if they still make like updated discs. So, climate. You know about climate. The TPMS sensor is not installed, and I don't ever intend on installing it. So I got one. Don't get me wrong. I got one upstairs. If like anybody wants it, but I don't intend on putting that stuff back in the car. I'm glad it didn't come with one, and I don't want it because it's a headache. And plus, I have no lights on the dash for tire pressure monitor. I'm the tire pressure monitor, so that's that on that. But yeah, in this menu, you can. I'm not sure if this is available on U.S. vehicles or nah. It can't be available because it's against the law to turn it off and on. So yeah, you can technically, if I plug in the TPMS module, you would be able to. For my car, you would be able to cut on and off the tire pressure monitoring system, and then change the specs in the dash to what rim size you have. And that's because this one hasn't really been coated, or if it has, it probably can't be coated because of the year. So because I know 04 coating, the radio model is different coating for the radio than the 05 and 06 models and 07 models. They're different. So I imagine that's why I want to set the code. Did you try to code it? Me, I don't really bother with it because it does everything I need to do. So I personally don't care. So it's gonna stay uncoded. So yeah, but you can change the inflation and the tire specs if you want to like go for like 20s or 19s. I think there were options. You can actually change it in this unit, which is pretty cool. Since it's not fully it's not coded in, so you can have the freedom. Map. Yeah, the map is fairly accurate. That is my location. So hey, y'all want to come see me? Come see me. Yeah, navigation. It actually still works. I mean, it's primitive, but it still works. Like the map is out of date though. Phone, of course, there is no phone because car phone won't work anyways because it's analog. Of course, you got your tilt steering wheel. I leave it set like this because I don't recommend you put it going up and down. Auto retracting, like I would recommend leaving this alone because these cables underneath here has a tendency of breaking, so it's a pretty penny to get fixed. And by the feel that this cover is missing underneath here, it feels like the previous owner has gotten this one fixed, but I don't want to take a chance and try to mess myself up because that's a pretty expensive fix. There's no way around that. I think that is really it. I can go in the glove box, and the glove box is I still got my CD changer and my nav, so there we go. I mean, from my perspective, it's pretty cool. And I do say this is like the best looking glove box button I have ever seen in one of these cars because it's not all scratched up and faded. And the same thing with these buttons up here, it's not all peeling and stuff. Most of the time you see it, they're all peeling and stuff. So I'm gonna try my best to preserve this and make sure it stays like this. Let's see here. Oh yes, I took off all the warning labels because they were peeling anyways and they got on my nerves. I know there's an airbag in the car. I know I could die and whatever. Okay, see, open this, cool. Open this again, really cool. So shut it, yeah, and then okay. Let me put it back on what you call it. Put it back on climate. Let's see here. Oh yeah, educate you about I'll educate you about the gauge cluster. Let's see here. This is engine temperature, and this is actually, well, this is engine coolant temperature, and this is actually oil temperature, which is pretty neat. I wish they had a transmission temperature, but it's kind of cool to see this fluctuate. Like most of the time, if you sitting there, if you sitting and no air is going through, it's gonna peak up like about I don't know, like it said 220 or whatever. It'll peak out at like 220. If you just sitting there, if you driving, most of the time it hang around 200 or even below that. If it's really cold, then hey, it won't go that high. Gas gauge, of course. Yes. My voltage meter, yes, is at 13, and I finally figured out why. It's gonna stay that way because this is tied to this. So if that is not coded, then that won't be coded either. They join together at some hip, and it defaults. Right now, this defaults to the voltage on the left side battery. So that's good for the left battery. And the right battery, I had to use my dongle, which I keep in the car. Let me see. I know it's hard to pull out. Where is it? Here we go. I use this. I recommend you getting this to check the other battery. And the other battery hangs around 15, was it 15 to high 14 volts. So pretty much what this shows right here is really nothing more than the average between the two if this was coded right. But since this ain't coded, and I'm not going to code it, this will default to the voltage on the left hand side, the left hand battery, or the accessories battery. And the accessories battery will always get a lesser charge than the starting battery because the starting battery takes priority. So for the electronics, 13, anywhere between 12.5 volts to damn near 13.5 volts is pretty much within spec. It's actually a little bit better at this 13, to be honest with you. So just a little education. If you change your radio out, if you got an 04, you go to 05 and you wonder why that's off, that's why. You get it coded, it'll get fixed. But if you don't get it coded, then it'll look like this. I'm trying to put my dongle back in. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Fog light switch. What you need to know is you flash the high beams, then your fog lights will cut off and you have to cut it back on. That's an annoyance. Automatic headlights, I leave them there. It's convenient, and it's kind of cool with the trunk. The tag lights flash when you open the doors, which is pretty neat. That's something to show in the dark. Other than that, I think that's it. If there's anything else you need me shown the interior, let me know. But I think I have it pretty much covered. But I do say the seating is comfortable. Like the seats, you can't go wrong with these. Steering wheel is pretty cool. I know it's not the wood one, but the wood one does not have heat, and this made me like heated steering wheels because this one actually works, and it works phenomenally. It works pretty good. So it doesn't get too hot, but you can tell there's a little heat behind it. So, and I do say the heated seats, they do get hot. They get really, really hot. So I say the heated seats are pretty good. This right here, you click it back, folds the mirrors in, and you click it back out, unfolds the mirror. So there you go. Well, I think that's it. If anything else, let me know. I'm about to go back inside, and no, I didn't explain enough, but I tried to get to the points where nobody else would probably get to. And that's it. Let me show you the parking sensors. Let me put this in the drive. I know it'll be to reverse. Those are the sensors. As you can see, this one's red because it's close to my truck. And as you look in the rearview mirror, if it focuses, focus camera, focus. Yes, I looked in the rearview mirror, you see those lights back there. I showed you that earlier. So, alrighty, that's it. So, alright, I'm finna try to post this to Facebook. I can't promise you it'll post, but I'm gonna try to.